Hello, everybody, and welcome to your Wednesday lighting critique. We've got Aaron here with us live. We've got two projects to go through, Aaron and Ayako's. So one thing I just realized, just an announcement off the top, is that I realized that Monday is a holiday. So Monday there will be no video critique, but we'll just do the Tuesday written critique next week. Just a heads up on that. I'll post that in the forum as well. But let's start, Aaron. Let's talk about it. Okay. Let us compare we've got the updates. I know you said you got the more spec on the claw. I think that's cool. I think the eye, it looks way better. That looks really nice. The lights look better. There's a little bit more of a glow on the back of them, which I think is really cool. Characters are a little bit more desaturated. I think that's it. Is there anything else?
I added like a little bit of motion blur to kind of the back half of the animal. I rendered out like a motion vector path of so I've been posing this animal the whole time, and it's been like frame 1, frame 2, frame 3, and so I was like, well, I have quote animation. Let's render out a motion blur. It looked good where I have it. It does not look good near the head or on the neck or anything. So.
I would actually take it off.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. So whenever we do promotional material, like this was a common request in films. It was like, hey, we need, like our marketing department would message. This is when I was a render wrangler. Also, sometimes when I was in lighting too, there was like, we need frame 144 of shot, blah 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 blah, rendered out at 4K for marketing material. And so what that meant was that you made a copy of the shot and then you rendered it out with no motion blur. And then you check the comp and made sure everything looked good without the motion blur turned on, and then you would send it back. Okay. So, yeah, that's it. So
yeah, I'll take it off.
Yeah, cool. And then I want to talk about the eye. I think the eye looks really cool. It's the right amount of glow. I think the scale on the cracks might be a little bit too big. Also, this is nitty gritty because it involves me zooming in here, but these feel pretty uniform. Where these get tighter around the eye, they almost warp around the pupil a little bit more. Mm-hmm. So I would just try and get that a little bit, as opposed to it almost looks like a flat projection of it versus actually wrapping.
Yeah,
I mean,
I'm doing a grid warp on a pattern, but I'll pick with it a little bit more.
The other thing is the interior of the mouth, and I know you've got the light in there, but it's still the contrast point on the tongue and on the roof of the mouth feels lifted, and it almost just feels. It feels too lifted in there. It doesn't feel like there's rim. It just feels like the black points are.
Can you check the old versus the new, you zoomed in? So not enough.
Not enough.
Further.
More.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I think outside.
But in the right direction.
Totally. Yeah. I think.
Okay,
I think.
Cool.
Really, where I'm seeing it is, on the underside of the tongue, and then just up in here. Please.
Yeah, this is a fun one. Cryptomats don't work.
Because it's all one piece of skin, Geo.
It's all one. Yep. Yeah. Okay. Cool. I see what you're going for. Yeah.
Be grateful it's a still.
Yeah.
I think outside the door, looks great. I mean, if you want a note out there, I think that if we could get do you see how we see a little bit of his eye white? Her eyes feel pretty dark.
Those are dark.
Yeah, I would say if you can get any a little touch of the eye white in there, that'd be good. I think that's pretty much it. I think it's looking great otherwise.
I need to re-render him. So if you look at his pants, he's got he's got mesh coming through his pant legs.
Oh yeah.
So right now, him and her are their own render layer. Mm-hmm. If I hide Geo,
fine.
Then they don't. The light wouldn't be the same, correct? Or will it?
It would be. If for the most part, if again that was a common practice. It was like, hey, can we just turn off the character's? Can we just turn off the character's leg and re-render, and then the chances of, because this is self-shadowing from the other pant, and then you can just patch it in.
Okay.
Occasionally the lighting will change, but for the most part it should be just fine.
Okay.
You can also just turn off the primary visibility as opposed to hiding it. And that way it's still casting shadows and everything. It's just not displaying.
I can do that not in an over. Oh yeah, I can do that on a per geo basis for one version of the shot. Okay. Yep. Yeah.
Yep. Oop, hit that button. And then the other thing I was just thinking about this too. I guess it makes sense. I was thinking that the rim on the claws would be more like wrapped around the top as opposed to kind of coming in from there. But I guess that makes sense, right? Because the lights. Yeah. I think it's fine.
This is just a shader adjustment. I honestly didn't do any actual light work. I might keep this, and then also you want like a rim on the claws?
I would. What I was thinking too. This rim is a little soft. It's a little bit diffuse. I mean, it's fine for any normal situation. But since they're claws, we really want to highlight that this is a sharp edge. So if we could like tighten it a little bit, if that would be possible.
Yeah, I'll look into it.
I think that's it.
Okay.
Yeah, good stuff all around, man.
Yeah, I'm excited. This once I got going, this one went pretty quick.
Yeah, I think that happens a lot. Like I'm doing a personal project right now where I'm kind of going through that, where like just kind of getting off the ground was taking a really long time. I was like, I tried this and it didn't look, and it failed. So I started over and I tried this and it failed, and I tried this and I was like a lot of stuff just wasn't working. And then I did something and I was like, oh, that's working well. And then it's like now I've got my system and I can go. But it takes that does that sometimes. We're like, I don't know what I'm doing with this. Is this even worth it? Am I wasting my time? It's
been great because I took 2 months off for holidays and moving, and like it's been great to have this as kind of like get my feet wet again and like kind of calculate like what things need to be done and get in that mode. So cool. I'm excited. Cool.
All right, let's head over to Ayako. So here's an update. Let's just take a look at this animation all the way through, and then we'll take a look at the reference, and we'll talk about it a little bit. Okay, cool. So this is where we're playing out. Again, bright light back behind. We talked the last time about getting some more silhouetting, and you found some more reference that really, really exemplifies this. And I think now we've got our. I think now we're heading down the right path. So I really like, again, this scene is all about like this gradient of light back here. We've got the light acting as a rim on this character and this character coming in from the screen left side. We've got the volumetric light and the character's shadows cutting through that. I think this is a great basis of what you're trying to build here. So I think we need to kind of explore that a little bit more. The biggest parts that like right here, it should really like this. The front of the character should really get darker. Like I'm not saying as dark as the robot here, but like enough that it's more like this level. Like I think something like this as a fill level is a good value. This might be a little dark here on this character. Again, this would be a good value for the robot because again, this looks like the villain, and her fill is a little bit more lifted. You can see a little bit more of her detail. But what we're getting in here is it starts to feel overly lit, and then it kind of flattens it out. So again, key light, main majority of the light's coming from behind the character, small amount in the front, just kind of picking up some subtle shaping on her details, like her facial features and stuff. And then once she gets up in here, you're doing a good job of getting it darker back up through here, which I think looks nice. But you like really want to feel, and you're starting to feel the volumetric, the shadows coming through there. But you also want to kind of feel it here. Like I want to kind of feel that light kind of radiating out there. It's interesting. One of the things I really like is this like the spotlights when the clip is playing at normal speed. It feels like a very standard like searchlight spotlight shining down on them, or flash, like a big flashlight or something. But when we go up, it starts to feel like magical because that's when you feel like the lens flares and everything. It's kind of it kind of fits the mood pretty well. And then from there, it'll be about like you, because like, we're talking about darkening, But then once we get down there, I want to be aware of the fact that some of the dark values that we currently have, especially in this robot as it comes across, are very dark, and that it's like we've lost value in it. So just make sure that you're rendering these out extended pixel range with an EXR, so that we can make sure to have those values in there, because it looks a little bit what I like to call like crunchy. It's like high contrast, and some of that could be the material values too. Again, just kind of being tight around the edge. Another thing to point out with this, and I don't know if I mentioned this with yours or not. I see some stuff going on in the garments here, but something that just works out really well is with her, and again we've kind of seen this time and time again, is the seeing her. Oh, actually, we just had one. Seeing her with some specularity in, a little breakup in the spec of her pant leg. Oh yeah, Austin does a really good job of this. Make this a little bigger. So you can see that there's a little bit of color difference in here, but you can see that there's a breakup in the specularity and a breakup in the roughness, and it doesn't have to be quite this pronounced. But I think it's a really, putting a pattern in the pants and breaking up the specularity, the bump that way is a really smart move. I think that's it. I think I like that the way that we kind of have the entire scene's a little bit monochromatic in this kind of yellow, green, blue color palette, except for her hair that kind of pops out. So her hair really does stand out well. And then let's see one thing. This will come in more at the end, but yeah, actually I think it's okay. I was gonna say maybe we have something back here that creates a shadow, like a little cylinder or like a box or something back there, but I think it actually is okay, because once we see her in silhouette, as long as there's some variation back there, I think we're good. All right, cool. Aaron, you got anything else for today?
Just on looking at a small screen here, her edges seem to be a little crunchy.
Yeah.
I don't know if this is a comp or if this is like an engine issue.
Yeah, I don't.
Just because I don't know where the lighting is taking place, so that's the only reason.
Yeah, that's a good call. I was associating it with just being low res, but yeah, you may want to look at it. It especially comes up kind of at the beginning. Let's see where we are. Like right here, you can see it.
Yeah.
Like really, like a dark line around her arm. So just check into that and make sure, because I think that might get cleared up when we go to larger resolution, but we'll see. All right, cool. Well, that is all for today, everybody. Again, written critiques tomorrow, and I will see you back on Friday for the next video. All right, take care, Aaron. See you, everybody.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye. Yeah.